What if I told you that the key to unlocking every single thing you want in life, the money, the freedom, the impact, the legacy, is already inside your head? And what if I told you that a secret, hidden in plain sight for nearly a century, could show you exactly how to use it? That's not a hypothetical question. It's a fact, and it's the entire premise of arguably the most influential success book ever written. This is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And if you're ready to go from where you are to where you want to be, you need to listen closely, because this isn't just a book summary. This is a blueprint for your future. Now, the story behind this book is almost as powerful as the book itself. Back in the early 1900s, the legendary industrialist Andrew Carnegie, one of the richest men to ever live, challenged a young journalist named Napoleon Hill with a monumental task. He wanted Hill to interview over 500 of the most successful people on the planet, icons like Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and John D. Rockefeller, and distill their success into a simple, usable philosophy. A philosophy that any person could use, regardless of their background or education. Hill didn't just write a book. He dedicated over 20 years of his life to this project. And what he discovered wasn't a secret handshake or a lucky charm. It was a set of 13 fundamental principles that all successful people follow, whether they realize it or not. So why is this 1937 book still the king? Because the principles are timeless. They are about the operating system of the human mind. Money, cars, and businesses change, but how we use our brains to achieve our goals does not. Here's our roadmap for today. We are going to dive deep into all 13 of Napoleon Hill's principles. We're going to break each one down with modern examples and give you actionable steps you can start taking today. Then we'll expose the 6 ghosts of fear that hold most people back, and we'll end with a powerful call to action to cement your journey. So get a notebook, get ready to think differently, and let's unlock the power within you. This is it. The first principle and the absolute non-negotiable foundation for everything that follows. This isn't a wish. It isn't a, wouldn't that be nice? Hill says desire is a burning, pulsating, all-consuming obsession. You have to want it so badly that you can taste it. You have to believe it's yours before you even see a single piece of evidence. Hill's most famous story is about his son, Blair, who was born without ears. Doctors said he would never hear or speak. But Hill refused to accept that. He burned the desire for his son to live a normal life into his own mind and his son's mind. And through a series of incredible events and unwavering belief, his son not only learned to hear and speak, but went on to live a completely normal, successful life. That's the power of a burning desire. Think about modern examples. Elon Musk didn't just want to advance space travel. He was consumed by the desire to make humanity a multi-planetary species. He risked his entire PayPal fortune on it. That's a burning desire. So, how do you build this? Actionable steps. 1. Get specific and write it down. Don't say, I want to be rich. Say, I will earn $250,000 per year by December 31st, 2025. Write it down. 2. Determine what you'll give. Success isn't free. What are you willing to give up? Late night TV for study? Comfort for hustle? Be honest. 3. Set a deadline. A goal without a deadline is just a dream. Set a firm date for its achievement. 4. Create a plan and begin immediately. We'll talk more on planning, but you must take a step, any step, right now. 5. Read your written statement. Aloud twice a day. Once when you wake up, once before you sleep. Feel it, believe it, and embody it. As Hill writes, when desire comes, it is the seed of all achievement, the soul of all human progress. Plant that seed with desire. But what happens when doubt creeps in? When the world tells you it's impossible? That's where the second principle comes in, and it's the fuel that keeps your desire burning. Faith is the head chemist of the mind. Hill says that when faith is blended with thought, the The subconscious mind picks up the vibration, translates it into its spiritual equivalent, and transmits it to infinite intelligence. In simpler terms, belief triggers your mind to find ways to make your desire a reality. Faith is the antidote to doubt. It's closing the gap between "I want it" and "I know" with every fiber of my being that it is already mine. Think of an athlete like Kobe Bryant. He didn't just want to make the game-winning shot. He had unwavering faith that he would. He had visualized it, practiced it, and believed it thousands of times before he ever did it in a real game. His mind and body knew the outcome before it happened. Hill says, "Faith is the eternal elixir, which gives life, power, and action to the impulse of thought." So, how do you develop this unshakable faith? Actionable steps. 1. Affirm your power daily. Repeat this out loud. I have the power to achieve anything I set my mind to. I am capable, strong, and worthy of my desires. Sounds simple? It is. And it's profound. 2. Practice visualization. Close your eyes for 5 minutes each day and see yourself already in possession of your goal. Feel the leather seat of your new car. Smell the air in your new office. Feel the confidence of having achieved it. Emotion is key. And this daily practice of feeding your mind leads us perfectly to the third principle, which is essentially the how-to for installing faith and desire. Autosuggestion is a fancy term for self-talk. It's the bridge between your conscious mind, where you have your desires, and your subconscious mind, which is the powerhouse that makes things happen. You are constantly using autosuggestion, but probably in a negative way. I'm bad with money. I'll never get that promotion. It's too hard. Your subconscious mind accepts whatever you tell it as truth, and it works tirelessly to make that truth your reality. The goal is to take control of this process, to deliberately feed your subconscious with positive, present-tense, emotionalized thoughts and commands. Hill instructs you to write out your statement of desire and then repeat it aloud with feeling and belief twice daily, once before retiring and once after rising. A modern example? Look at any high performer. They have mantras, they have morning routines filled with affirmations. They aren't just hoping, they are programming. Actionable steps. 1. Create your I am statements. Write 3 to 5 present tense statements. I am a wealthy entrepreneur. I am a magnet for lucrative opportunities. I am confident and charismatic. 2. Schedule your programming. Set 2 alarms on your phone. 1 for right after you wake up, 1 for right before bed. For just 5 minutes at each session, read your desire and your I am statements with emotion and belief. Now, with your mind programmed for success, you need to arm it with the right tools. And that brings us to the fourth principle. Listen carefully. General knowledge won't make you rich. Knowing a little bit about everything is not valuable. Hill makes a crucial distinction. General knowledge is useless until it is organized and intelligently directed through practical plans of action. Specialized knowledge is your expertise. It's what you know that solves a specific, valuable problem for people. You don't need to be the one who creates all the knowledge. Hill says the most successful people aren't always the most educated. They are the ones who know how to acquire and apply specialized knowledge. They know how to build a team of people who have the knowledge they lack. Think of Steve Jobs. He wasn't the world's best engineer or designer, but he had the specialized knowledge of how to combine technology and art to create products people didn't even know they wanted. He leveraged the knowledge of Wozniak, Ive, and others. Knowledge is only potential power. It becomes power only when and if it is organized into definite plans of action. Actionable steps. 1. Identify your niche. What specific problem can you become the go-to person to solve? E.g., I'm not just a marketer. I specialize in helping eco-friendly e-commerce brands scale using Pinterest. 2. Create a learning plan. Dedicate 30-60 minutes each day to consuming information only in your chosen niche: books, courses, podcasts. 3. Find the experts. Who already has the knowledge you need? Follow them, study them, or hire them. But how do you take that specialized knowledge and turn it into something new, something groundbreaking? You use the most miraculous faculty you possess. This is where your plans are created. Hill breaks imagination into two types: synthetic imagination and creative imagination. Synthetic imagination is where you take existing ideas, concepts, and plans and rearrange them into new combinations. Almost every invention and business is a result of this. The smartphone wasn't created from nothing. It was a new combination of a phone, a computer, a camera, and a music player. Creative imagination, however, is more mysterious. It's the faculty through which hunches, inspirations, and big ideas come to us. It's the channel to the subconscious mind and even to infinite intelligence. The key is to actively work in the workshop. Don't just wait for inspiration. Sit down and brainstorm. Ask yourself, how can I combine my specialized knowledge in a new way to create value? Look at Airbnb. The founders didn't invent houses or the internet. They used synthetic imagination to combine the concept of a bed and breakfast with a digital marketplace to solve their own problem of paying rent. Ideas are the beginning points of all fortunes. Ideas are products of the imagination. Actionable steps. 1. Schedule idea time. Block out 1 hour every week with a notebook. Your only goal is to brainstorm new ideas, new combinations, new solutions. No idea is too crazy. 2. Use the what-if technique. Ask yourself, what if I combined X with Y? What if I solved this problem for my customers in a way no one else is? And once you have that brilliant idea from your imagination, you cannot let it remain just an idea. You must build a bridge from it to reality. That bridge is the 6th principle. This is where the rubber meets the road. A wish is a desire with no plan. A goal is a desire with a detailed, step-by-step plan. Hill is adamant. You must form a definite, practical plan for carrying out your desire. And he stresses that if your first plan fails, create a new one. If that one fails, create another one. You persist in planning until you find a plan that works. He even advises to ally yourself with a mastermind group, which we'll get to help you build and refine your plans. A modern example is any successful startup. They don't just have an idea. They have a business plan, a marketing plan, a product roadmap. They have a timeline and milestones. Plans are inert and useless, without sufficient power to translate them into action. Actionable steps. 1. Reverse engineer. Your goal. Start from your end desire and work backward. To earn $250,000, I need to close 10 clients at $25,000. To get 10 clients, I need to have 100 sales calls. To get 100 calls, I need to generate 1,000 leads. Now your plan is clear. Generate 1,000 leads. 2. Create a 90-day action plan. Don't look 5 years ahead. What are the absolute essential tasks you need to complete in the next 90 days to move one step closer? Focus on that. But a plan is worthless without the courage to act on it, and that requires a very specific, decisive mindset. Hill's research of successful people revealed one of their most common traits. They make decisions quickly and change them slowly. Unsuccessful people? They are the opposite. They are drifters. They make decisions very slowly, if at all, and they change them quickly and often. Procrastination is the silent killer of dreams. It's the opposite of decision. When you have all the necessary information, or even most of it, you must make a call. Analysis. Paralysis is a form of fear. Think of Jeff Bezos with his Day One philosophy. He emphasizes the importance of making high-velocity, high-quality decisions. He knows that being wrong is less costly than you think, but being slow is a fatal flaw for any organization or individual. The world has the habit of making room for the man whose words and actions show that he knows where he is going. Actionable steps. 1. Practice the 5-second rule. When you think of a necessary action, count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and physically move. Don't let your brain talk you out of it. 2. Set decision deadlines. For any significant choice, give yourself a firm time limit to research, e.g., 48 hours, and then you must decide. 3. Embrace the 70% rule. If you have 70% of the information, you can probably make the decision. Waiting for 100% guarantees you'll be late. But what happens when your decision leads to obstacles? When you face setbacks and failures? That's where the 8th principle separates the amateurs from the pros. Persistence is to character what carbon is to steel. It's what makes you unbreakable. It's the one quality that will guarantee your success, if you apply it. Success is built on a pile of failures. Hill says, every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent advantage. But you only get that advantage if you are persistent enough to find the seed. Persistence isn't just blind effort. It's a state of mind. It's fueled by your definite purpose, your desire, and your plan. When you know why you're doing something, the how becomes easier. The story of Colonel Sanders is the perfect example. He was rejected 1,009 times before he found a restaurant that would accept his chicken recipe. He persisted because he had a definite purpose and a burning desire. Actionable steps. 1. Define your why. Write down the deep emotional reason behind your goal. Is it for your family's freedom? To prove you can? To leave a legacy? Revisit this when you feel like quitting. 2. Create a no 0 days policy. Commit to doing at least one thing, no matter how small, every single day toward your goal. 1 email, 1 page read, 1 minute of visualization. Momentum builds persistence. Now, you might think you have to do all of this alone, but that's one of the biggest mistakes you can make. The 9th principle is about creating an unstoppable alliance. A mastermind group is defined as the coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between 2 or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. This is not just networking. This is a symbiotic brain trust. When 2 minds come together in harmony, a third, invisible, intangible force is created, like a third mind. This collective mind is more powerful than any one individual. Hill credits Andrew Carnegie's entire fortune to his mastermind group of over 50 men. He knew he couldn't build a steel empire alone. Look at the PayPal mafia: Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Reid Hoffman. They supported each other long after PayPal and went on to create Tesla, SpaceX, LinkedIn, Palantir, and more. Their collective power amplified their individual success. No mind is complete by itself. It needs contact and association with other minds for growth and stimulation. Actionable steps. 1. Identify potential members. Who are 2-4 people in your circle, or you'd like to be in your circle, who are driven, positive, and have complementary skills? 2. Form a mastermind. Propose a regular meeting, weekly or monthly. The structure is simple. Each person states a goal, a challenge, and the group offers ideas, accountability, and support. Now we come to one of the most misunderstood and powerful principles. It's about channeling a primal creative energy into your work. Stay with me here. This isn't about what you might think. Hill defines this as the switching of the mind from thoughts of physical expression to thoughts of some other nature. He describes sexual energy as the most powerful human desire. When we are driven by this energy, we are more charismatic, more creative, more persuasive, and have more drive. The key is to transmute that raw physical energy and redirect it into our creative endeavors, our work, and our pursuit of wealth. Instead of letting that energy dissipate or be expressed purely physically, you learn to harness it as a motivational and creative force. Hill argues that many great leaders, artists, and inventors were driven by this transmuted energy. A modern, relatable example? Think of an athlete on a streak or an entrepreneur in the zone. There's a certain magnetic, high-energy charisma to them. They are channeling all their passion and drive into their performance. Sex desire is the most powerful of human desires. When driven by this desire, men develop keenness of imagination, courage, willpower, persistence, and creative ability unknown to them at other times. Actionable steps. 1. Acknowledge the power. Recognize that this creative driving energy exists within you. 2. Redirect the energy. When you feel that surge of passion or restless energy, consciously direct it into a productive activity. Go for a run to brainstorm, pour that intensity into a work project, or channel it into a creative hobby. And this process of transmutation, of feeding your mind with desire and faith, all leads to programming the most powerful computer in the world, your own subconscious. Your subconscious mind is the garden. Your conscious mind is the gardener. Every thought you allow to take root in your conscious mind is a seed that will grow in your subconscious. The subconscious cannot argue or reject. It simply accepts what you give it and works day and night to bring it into reality. This is why autosuggestion is so critical. You are deliberately planting the right seeds. It's also the link to creative imagination, the source of your hunches and inspirations. When you sleep on a problem, you're handing it over to your subconscious to work on. Think of a time you struggled to remember a name only to have it pop into your head hours later. That was your subconscious mind at work. The subconscious mind works day and night. You can voluntarily feed your subconscious mind with any plan, thought, or purpose which you desire to translate into its physical or monetary equivalent. Actionable steps. 1. Be vigilant of your thoughts. Catch yourself when you engage in negative self-talk. Stop it and replace it with a positive counterpart. 2. Pose questions. Before sleep. As you're drifting off, ask your subconscious a specific question about your goal. How can I best serve my customers? What is the next step in my plan? Expect an answer to arise in the morning. But how does this all work on a physical level? Hill dedicates a principle to the incredible machine that makes it all possible. Hill describes the brain as both a broadcasting and receiving station for the vibration of thought. Your brain is not just generating thoughts, it's also picking up on the thoughts of others, especially when synchronized in a mastermind group. The more you stimulate your brain with definite purpose, desire, and faith, the more you tune it to a higher frequency, allowing you to pick up on ideas, opportunities, and inspirations that others miss. This is the scientific or metaphysical explanation for why luck seems to favor those with a positive mental attitude. They are tuned in to receive good fortune. Your brain is both a broadcasting and receiving station for the vibration of thought. You can stimulate your brain so that it will pick up vibrations of thought sent out by the brains of others. Actionable steps. 1. Protect your mental environment. Just as you wouldn't drink dirty water, don't consume negative, fear-based media and gossip. It pollutes your brain's receiver. 2. Seek positive stimulation. Consume content that inspires you, teaches you, and raises your vibration. Listen to inspiring podcasts, read biographies of great people. And when you master all these principles and your brain is finely tuned, you will tap into the pinnacle of achievement, the 13th principle. This is the apex of Hill's philosophy. The sixth sense is that intangible, indescribable faculty that only comes after you have mastered the other 12 principles. You can't really understand it until you've experienced it. It's your direct line to infinite intelligence, to God, the universe, your higher self, whatever you choose to call it. It's the source of your hunches, gut feelings, and inspirations that seem to come from nowhere. It's that feeling that tells you to call someone, and it turns out to be a massive business opportunity. It's the instinct that tells you to avoid a certain deal, and later you find out it was a scam. The sixth sense defies description. It cannot be described to a person who has not mastered the other principles of this philosophy, because such a person has no knowledge and no experience with which the sixth sense may be compared. Actionable steps. 1. Master the other. 12. This is the only way. Focus on building your desire, faith, and persistence. The sixth sense will reveal itself in time. 2. Listen to your gut. Start paying attention to those small hunches and quiet whispers of intuition. Act on the small ones. The more you trust it, the stronger and clearer it becomes. So, you have the 13 principles. You have the blueprint. Why do so many people fail? Napoleon Hill gives us the answer in what he calls the 6 basic fears. These are ghosts. They aren't real, but they can paralyze you if you believe in them. You must search your mind and root these out. They are: 1. The fear of poverty, the worst of all. It leads to indifference, doubt, worry, overcaution, and procrastination. It's a state of mind that attracts the very poverty you fear. 2. The fear of criticism, the fear of what others will think. It kills initiative, destroys imagination, and holds you back from being your authentic self. 3. The fear of ill health. This often stems from a focus on sickness, attracting it through hypochondria. 4. The fear of loss of love of someone. This leads to jealousy and neediness, which often drives the loved one away. 5. The fear of old age. The fear of becoming helpless and poor in later years. 6. The fear of death, the most fundamental fear. Hill says all these fears are states of mind, and a state of mind is something you can control and change. Why is this so crucial? Hill writes, there can be no compromise with fear. It will destroy your capacity for thinking, imagining, observing, reasoning, and willing. It is the seed of failure. Simple ways to eliminate them. 1. Name your fear. Which of the 6 is holding you back? Write it down. Shine a light on it. 2. Affirm the opposite. If you fear poverty, repeat, I am a wealth magnet. Abundance flows to me easily and effortlessly. Your subconscious will get to work. 3. Take action. Anyway, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's taking action despite the fear. Do the thing you fear, and the death of that fear is certain. All right, let's bring it home. For the last 30 minutes, we've unpacked the most powerful success philosophy ever assembled. It all starts with a burning desire. You fuel it with faith and program it with autosuggestion. You arm yourself with specialized knowledge and use your imagination to create a plan. You execute that plan with decision and persistence, supported by a mastermind group. You learn to channel your energy through sex transmutation, trusting the process of your subconscious mind and the power of the brain until you finally tap into the guidance of the sixth sense. And the entire time, you wage war against the 6 ghosts of fear. This isn't just theory. This is a call to action for your life. You have been given the map. The only question is, will you take the first step? Here is your final mission. 1. Get the book. This video is a summary, but the real power is in reading Think and Grow Rich for yourself. Let Napoleon Hill's words speak directly to you. 2. Apply one principle. This week, don't get overwhelmed. Pick one. Maybe it's writing down your burning desire. Maybe it's creating your daily affirmation. Maybe it's reaching out to one person to start a mastermind. Just start. You have the potential for greatness inside you right now. It's time to think and grow rich. Now, if this video added value to your life, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Comment below. Let me know you're committed. Write, I'm ready to think and grow rich. Or tell me, which one principle are you starting with today? The journey begins now. I'll see you in the comments.